Well, this is very, very interesting. A lot of us thought that Super Saiyan Blue Evolution Vegeta would be next. By all accounts, he should be next. As far as what Global is getting, he also is pretty much fully translated last time I heard in the Global files, you know, stuff like that. He is ready to be released. But it seems like Global is going to go ahead and move into the Android stuff. Now, I don't know the exact reasoning behind this, but we're going to go ahead and talk about it. I'll also tell you all you need to know about Android 17 if you're not familiar with how he was on JP. Hit that subscribe if you happen to be new for more content here on the channel. We do this all the time. We're going to talk about Android 17, his team, other units that could potentially come out with him, because this stuff isn't very old on JP. Like, this stuff came out like less than a couple of months ago over on JP, so Global seems to be skipping ahead big time. Now, of course, they're going to have to backtrack and bring out this other stuff, but it's interesting because I know that a lot of people were saying they were waiting for Vegeta, and again, he should come out in this scenario. This is why I always say, hey, if you're an English version of the game player, global version player, you know, it's impossible to predict what's next or how they'll change the banners or things like that because they do stuff like this. Now, 17, it says right here, dreams to be fulfilled and beliefs to be carried out. The fierce battle against nature's protector is about to begin. A new Dokkan event is drawing near. Event coming soon. This is on the 3rd is when this expires, so assuming that they're not still lying on these dates, they've been doing it a lot with JP, but I don't recall too much about Global. He should be coming out pretty much on Thursday morning. So let's go ahead and talk about Android 17. Now, Android 17 is the Android category leader. So I'm also going to tell you right now, before we even proceed, 21 and the Tech 17 or 16, excuse me, from Dragon Ball FighterZ, you know, the good guy, he comes out as well. All that stuff, they came out at the same time as 17. Now, this is Dragon Ball FighterZ stuff. This isn't Dragon Ball Heroes. There is no reason why Global wouldn't get this. As far as I know, unless there is a licensing issue, there should be no reason as to why Global doesn't get this. What I'm thinking as to why they're pushing the Android 17 to be next, before I break him down otherwise, the reason why they're pushing him to be next, the way I'm thinking about it is maybe they just wanted to move into letting Global having some sort of big celebratory events type deal, you know. It's not super big deal, but it is nice because it is a crossover between another game. So you're kind of, if you're Global, you're moving from celebration to celebration pretty much, right? It's not saying like you're gonna get anything like crazy for it, any special login bonuses, but just from their perspective, this is a bigger deal than a more normal banner, right? So again, you get this, you get the events that come along with it or whatever. So Android 17, again, potentially 21 and 16 come out as well. Now, the thing about 17 is he is amazing. Another reason why, by the way, that he could be coming out right here is because I think Bandai could, and this could be giving them too much credit, it probably is, they could potentially realize that he is one of the best units to have linked up with the new LR that just came out as well. And the fact that the LR drop probably threw a lot of this stuff out of order anyway, you know? But anyways, Android category leader, 3 key, 170%. Let's go ahead and take a look at the Android category. Most prominently, Cell right here is the best unit in this category for the most part, which, by the way, if they're following JP, Cell will be the LR Global gets next. That'll be a thing. If you want to, feel free to go over Cell here, pause it, otherwise I might come back to him, might not. But there we go. We finally get a category for Android 17, Super 17. These, you know, tech versions of these units are really good. Android 16, I'll talk about him in a little bit. So here's the Android category. It's actually very good, very fun. In the description, I'll try to link a video of me showcasing this team. It's a lot of fun. The category is really good because the leader is really good. But don't feel bad if you summon it, you don't get 17. Because, and this is actually good news, because a lot of people are saying they wanted him too. So, because she also has the same leader skill though, 3 key and 150%. Now, he is a Dokkan Festival exclusive. These units are not. They're Dragon Ball FighterZ units, but unlike the Heroes units and stuff like that that JP has, they will be added to the regular summon pool. They will always be acquirable in-game. So this unit and this unit, if it's anything like JP, which again, there's no reason why it shouldn't be, FighterZ is out everywhere, they will be acquirable at any point. For example, I've pulled a couple of these extra now that I don't need. So they're always there. So phenomenal units. This unit actually is just like Tapion as well, because she transforms and she's not festival exclusive. She also Dokkan Awakens. Now, she does not have her own event. She Dokkan Awakens through Android 17's event as well, just like 16. They all awaken from 17's event and his medals. So all these units need his medals to awaken. Again, this unit probably is the reason why. This unit probably is the reason why, because even on JP, they required 17's medals, Jiren's medals, and stuff like that. this unit probably is the biggest reason why they're throwing this stuff out of order. So blame that guy. That's what I'll say. Again, Android category is very fun. Link down below in the description. But let's go back over to 17. Immense damage, attack and defense reduction as well. That makes them tremendously powerful alongside the LRs. Attack plus 120% when performing a super. One of the best support units that heroes have in general. 30 key and 60%. That's very, very powerful for heroes, especially because it's not restricted to a color. Damage received minus 40% when HP is 77% or below. So this coupled with the 60% he gives himself because he gets that buff as well, coupled with a potential attack debuff, coupled with potential orbs boosted into HP and defense or things like that, makes this guy very tanky. He's a very, very tanky unit in the right scenario, but in a lot of scenarios, he's very, very tanky. Also farmable via the Tournament of Power event, which should be out right now on Global as we speak, I believe. Hopefully it's been extended or it won't expire, but make sure that you go ahead and farm, because I don't know when that expires, but you might want to make sure you're ahead of the schedule if it's still there anyway. I haven't logged into Global in a bit, so forgive me if I'm mistaken. I'm sure that information is in here, but I just don't want to spend a whole lot of time looking for that event because I'm not seeing anything labeled event anyway. News summon event. Oh, there's an event. Yay! Oh, boss rush. Never mind. Here we go. Found it. Never mind. Wow, it goes away the day that stuff comes out. So guys, farm up your 17s. Farm your 17s because unless they extend this will go away. Right the day that 17 comes out, you will have a very minimal amount of time to farm. So make sure you do that. Hold a bunch of these guys. Good news is he's a base SSR. So moving on to Android 21. Again, she transforms. Her conditions are not that bad, I would say. Let me go back over to her TUR version. So 30% chance to eat, sell, and transform when HP is 50% or above, starting from the 4th turn. So it's a random thing. And when you're above 50% HP, she can do it. And then she gets a massive upgrade. 130%, excuse me, a 3 key, recovers 13% HP, disables enemy's guard, all that stuff. So she is very, very powerful. Attack and defense debuff. This category is tremendously tanky. It's one of the better defensive categories in the game because of the healing and all that stuff. It is one of the, hear me, best defensive categories in the game. And this unit literally epitomizes that. This is one of the best walls in the game, period. It's funny that he's coming out here after just coming out on Legends and doing the same thing on Legends, being incredibly tanky. Greatly raises defense for 1 turn and causes supreme damage. A great raise is a 50% increase to defense, so that is tremendous. And then it is calculated separately from the passive skill, which goes up to defense 140. So he gets a total of 260% defense boost after performing a super attack. Yeah, very powerful. But again, that's the super, and then also this. Attack and defense plus 60%, plus an additional 20% per Android category ally on the team with a high chance to guard all attacks. Guarding attacks allows him to not take type effective damage. Janemba does that, ST Ultimate Gohan does that, so if he's up against an int event like Ultra Instinct, naturally he would take increased damage, right? But he could potentially not take that and just take neutral damage. So very, very powerful to have the block ability right here to where you where you don't take that increased damage from the opponent. So that's nice to see. And he also has it at a 50% clip, so that's pretty solid. 50% reduction on the damage. And yeah, just like I said, one of the best walls in the game. So he's also in Resurrected Warriors category as well. And then last but not least, we have LR Cell here. These are all things that could come out alongside Android 17. It's kind of presumptuous to say they definitively will, but it's very possible. So I just wanted to let you guys know what is going on, plant the idea for you guys as far as what's coming out in the future. Like I said, in the description down below, I do have a video showcase of the Android team. It might have Cell on it. I don't know if I've gone back and revisited it since I pulled Cell. I'm pretty sure I did, but I'll try to leave that so you guys can see what to expect. Now, as far as the Vegeta thing, like I said, I mean, this man, he's ready to go. I would have to assume Vegeta is next, and alongside that, Jiren's event, because that's how it's supposed to be. They could at any point drop Jiren stuff whenever they feel like it. For example, this Jiren is here already. He's not out yet. Vegeta's right here. He's actually not fully translated. His links are, but from what I heard, he's in the files and ready to go. Jiren's Awakening is fully translated in Global's files, as you see here. Topo and Dispo are not ready yet. Stuff like that. Android 17 actually isn't even listed here yet. but they seem to be ready. So let me know what you think in the comments down below. What are your thoughts? Are you guys excited for 17? Were you disappointed? This might be a good thing if you're free to play, specifically because it gives you more opportunity to save stones in preparation for Vegeta's banner. If you guys are excited about that, down below in the description as well, I'll leave a video preview for Vegeta's banner whenever that does come. But last little thing before we go, I do want to show you guys the Android banner in its entirety. Again, it wasn't very old. Just want to show you guys that, and here we go. Right before the celebration started, actually. I think he was the last. Yeah, it was the last stuff that came out right before we got into the celebration. Wow. This is literally a month and like a half old. It's not old. That's interesting. All right, so we had that. And they this is all the stuff they skipped. So full power Goku, all of that. So then there's also the Android category banner. Here's Cell's banner. And all those units are featured. So there you go. Your 16 will be farmable, most likely, because you'll pull enough dupes. And then there goes Cell. So anyways, have an awesome day, and I'll catch all of you in the next one.